Okay, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really just going to be talking about something that's kind of been on my mind. You know, like I've noticed that it's been on my mind a lot since like driving long distances. I just think about it. On the bus to school, I think about it. It just like randomly pops into my head, and you know, we're constantly reminded of this every day wherever we go, and you know, scrolling through Instagram and stuff like that. And I really just want to kind of give my viewpoints on it. I'm not a professional in what I'm talking about, and I haven't had a lot of experience with it. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about love today. So like love in general, like love doesn't have to be relationships, doesn't have to be like relationships is such a broad term. Like it could be like intimate relationships, or just your mom and dad, or you know, your best friend and stuff like that. Just love in general. And I'm just gonna really just let out my thoughts about it. It makes me nervous because it's just like a thing that I really value in a way. And so yeah, I'm really just gonna talk about that now, and we'll just get right into it. Personally, I have a very old soul, if that makes sense. You know, souls are a beautiful thing. I feel like everything has a soul, it has a purpose. You know, it's a rock on the ground. You look outside the window and you see, you know, leaves falling. Like, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. A soul in somebody is beautiful, and your soul can connect before you guys even ever connect, you know. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But I think it's a very beautiful thing. And my soul is very old, like old to the point if someone said, "Do you want to go steady?" I would probably flip, insert curse word here. I would probably go crazy, because that's just incredible to me. Like, my soul is old. So meaning with me, it's like I value love to the point where, like, if I get into something, whether it's a relationship that's gonna last me, whether it's an intimate relationship or just a relationship with my friends, you know, a friendship, I'm gonna get into it expecting it to last forever, because I value it that much, you know. And it's just like, that's what's crazy about this world nowadays, because I don't think we value that as much. It's more like, I want this because I've seen someone else have it, or I want this because I haven't had it in a long time, you know. And people settle for what they don't really want or need, that will make them a better person in the long run. I think people will just jump into it too fast. And like I said, I have no experience with like love in general. I have had like 2 serious relationships, but they've all been long-term, kind of like one year, and I haven't been in one for the past 3 years. So that is just like a thing that I also take into consideration, because there's a lot that needs to be worked on with myself, you know. I'm so in tune to observation and stuff like that, you know, analyzing everything, that no, I don't overthink a lot. That's not what gets me. I think it's that when I meet someone and we start, you know, beginning to talk and stuff like that, I make clear what I want and what my intentions are, because to me the talking stage is pre-game for what a relationship is going to be like. And I feel like you need to make clear what you want, because it can never be one-sided. You know, each person is going to have to be in there equally as much as the other. They're going to want to have this, not the same things for you, but they're going to want, that interest has to be there for it to work, you know. And I'm a big fan in like long distance relationships, and just as equally as relationships right outside your door. You know, I feel like they can work anytime, because like I said, your soul can connect so easily with someone that talking to them is all you need, really. And I'm not trying to bag on like old relationships, or even scare like new ones that are possibly coming up, kind of thing. But like, when I'm in something, when I'm in a situation where I believe that it's gonna develop, like I'm all in. And that's what a lot of times doesn't get me farther with someone, is because I'm too much, I feel like, because I'm so upfront with what my intentions are. Because if I don't know what their intentions are, or if I don't know how they feel, that kind of assurance, it drives me insane, because I don't want to be the one over here, not necessarily looking stupid, but putting so much energy, because our natural instinct as human beings is to relate and to interact, you know, to need that and to want that, and I understand that. But you ever notice why you're so tired in one day and you haven't really done anything? Literally, your emotions for somebody else, whether it's a friendship, remember, whether it's a friendship or just a relationship in general, can be so tiring physically and emotionally that you are tired, you know? And that's why I just caution myself a lot of times in what's really real and what's not, because at the end of the day, you're worth more than that time you were gonna put into someone, you know. I say I have an old soul because a lot of people at this age don't want a relationship, and it's crazy to see people that do want a relationship. But I want a relationship, but I don't need one. And I want one, but I want one that's gonna last, and I want to get into one, not knowing, because you can never know that it's gonna last that long, but having the feeling that it has that potential and that the other person is willing to let that potential kind of flourish. So yeah, that's just what I really wanted to get at, because it's like, it's just so sad to me, and because it's just like my soul is so old, and a lot of people nowadays, especially in college in this environment, they're just here, you know, they're just here, they're gonna get here, get out, and that's how their intentions are with people, and that's not with me. That's why I don't have a big group of friends, is because my friends are gonna be the ones that stay with me for a long period of time, because that's what I want it to be. I don't want people in and out of my life, because one, it's not healthy for me personally, and two, I just feel like my love is so old, and so like if I love you, I'm gonna tell you, and that's what's crazy, because like I'll talk to someone, and one night I'll just get the need to tell them everything, and I'll just tell them, and it scares them away. It really does. And that's where it comes to my like observation and stuff, because you notice things are changing, you know, things are not the same as they were in the beginning, kind of thing. And I just know that when I'm gonna be with someone, whether it's now, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next year, I'm gonna get in it knowing that what they want is me and what I want is them, you know, and not only on a physical level but on an emotional level. That's why I take every little thing so literally, and that's what also sucks about me, is because like I observe everything, and the littlest thing could throw off my whole feeling, because it's just really hard to explain. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm a complicated person when it comes to this, because one, because I know what I want, and two, because I always weed out what was not beneficial for me. I'm not really a hermit. It's just that I know a good person when I see it, and it could take a long time to see it, but the long time is gonna be worth it. And I know that they could be good and everything, but if they're not gonna stay, like, you know, what's the point? And that's really bad, I know, but I do have friends, and I do love my friends so much, but they have been here for the longest time, you know, like, they have been here because they chose to be in this relationship with me as a best friend, and I'm choosing as well, you know. It's a mutual thing regardless. It's you know, it's not just a class you go to. You don't go there and choose to concentrate one day, and then the next time you go to class don't concentrate at all, kind of thing. It's something you have to work on, you know. Being in a relationship is almost like a full-time job, but we don't treat it as that nowadays. It's like one thing goes downhill and we're out. No, like, you know, that fight needs to be there, I feel like. And it's crazy because I can notice if it's going to be there within the first 2-3 weeks that it happens, you know. And I don't believe in such thing as moving too fast. I really don't. But I just know. It's just like an instinct that I have, and I don't know if it's because I grew up with a loving family, but I mean, that could play a part in it. You never know. It's just a very touchy subject to me, because I'll be sitting on the bus and I'll just be driving and I'll see someone together, and I'm just like, they need to realize how lucky that is, because not a lot of people even have that experience, or have had that experience of holding someone's hand and walking down, you know, the sidewalk. Like, yes, it's simple, but it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I feel like people don't take appreciation to that, you know. Like, people say I love you, but I want to know how you feel when you say it, kind of thing, you know. Like, it's just I'm so in depth. And I think that's a lot like the classes I've been taking as well, like annotating and analyzing every freaking word on a page, like kind of makes me do that to people and their thoughts and their views on things and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not telling you guys how to love or anything like that. I'm just really sharing how I feel about it from my perspective, and especially in this community that we live in now, not only a gay community, but like community in general. Like, I don't think we value humans as much as we should. Human interaction, really. And it's just like, I don't know, like in a way sometimes I feel like I'm screwed. In a way sometimes I feel like there's something wrong with me. But I mean, in the end of the day, I'm happy because of me, and someone's gonna see that, and someone's gonna admire that, and someone's gonna want my happiness to be that way. And when they do, I'm gonna want it back, and it's gonna be amazing. And that's why people should wait. Like, not okay, do what you want to do, like that's fine. I've had my moments where I was talking to people after talking to people after talking to people, but literally it's gonna come naturally. I feel like the best relationships do come naturally, you know. Walking into a classroom, you still happen to sit by one person, you know, and it just develops. It's a beautiful thing, and I don't know. That's just my view. I just needed an outlet, a rant, because it's just like sometimes I feel so wrong, you know, and it's just I have to realize that I'm not wrong and that I can't expect so much from other people, kind of thing. And that's what sucks, because like, love is kind of contradicting. Like, you need to expect them to be a certain way to you so that you could be treated the right way. But you can't expect certain things to an extent, and you can't let that affect you to an extent because they're human as well. And if you let that affect you so hard, your happiness is going to start to depend on them and not really yourself. And that's what's hard for me too, is like being so down for someone. The simplest thing could make my day sad, and that can affect me going to bed. That can affect me waking up the next day and how my day will go, you know. But I've learned over time to not expect certain things from other people, because everything's different. Your routines are different. Your lifestyle is different. And the fact that you guys can come together anytime and just talk and be one is a beautiful thing, you know. And like I said, love is so contradicting. It's like you need to do this to be careful, but in a way you can't be careful. You have to sacrifice your feelings sometimes. You have to like kind of pick your own fight. You can't be mad at every little thing. You can't be upset at every little thing. But yet you should be, because that shows that you care and you have feelings. But at times you have to pick those certain things, because it can make or break you, not only you, but you guys' relationship or developing a relationship or anything from the start, you know. And it's just like, I've had my mistakes, and I've had times where I thought the people I were with a long time ago would be the ones if I didn't do anything or if they didn't do a certain thing. But you know, it happens for a reason, and I feel like it's gonna develop one day where it's naturally, you know, like whether it's from the person you're talking to now or not. But yeah, I'm not throwing shade at nobody. Like, really, I'm not. It's just the way I feel. It might not make sense, but it's just literally been in my head for like the past 3 weeks, and it's just driving me crazy, because I'll just be sitting there and I'll just be like, not even listening to a love song, just listening to like an upbeat song, and I'll just be looking out the window, and it's just like, dang, you know, like some days it's beautiful, some days it's sad. It's just like my emotions are so strong. I'm an emotional person. Like, that's just how I am. And sometimes that doesn't fit in my community that I live in. And yeah, so at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, you need to look at you, need to look at what you're doing, and notice that it's not wrong, because it's you. And someone's gonna see those, sounds really cliche, those flaws and those crazy moments and they're not gonna run, you know. They're not gonna be ran away from, they're not gonna be pushed away from that, you know. Someone's gonna take something that's been a turn off for other people, and it's gonna be freaking amazing to them. And that's what makes me so happy when I think about this thing, is because yes, it might be a little lonely and sad in the beginning, but imagine when you're happy and I mean, I'm happy now, don't get me wrong, I'm ecstatic, but imagine when you have that other person that's happy as well, and you guys are sharing that happiness, you know, and that's gonna be beautiful, and I'm excited, and I can't wait. I'm gonna wait for it to happen, you know. It could happen next year, it could happen in 10 years. Let's pray to God that it don't happen in 10 years. Like, let's bring it to like 3. It could happen tomorrow, really, because, you know, it's all about really communication and telling them where you see the stuff going and where you feel stuff can go and what you are labeled as now. Because nobody likes wasted time and nobody likes wasted feelings, you know. So yeah, I just feel like I need to let all that out, because it's just like, I tell my mom these things, but it's like, girl, you know. But yeah, it's just, I needed a little vent, and that's how I see love. It's just a beautiful thing based on your soul, and it is beautiful. Like, some people are like, I'm never gonna love again, and I'm just like, bet, because it's beautiful and it feels, you know, that's our natural instinct, really. It really is. Human interaction, love with other human beings, like whether it's an old teacher. Oh, that sounded really bad, I'm so sorry. No, no. You know, like love for a friendship or love for an intimate partner. And you know, I'm really lucky with where I'm at now and who I'm currently communicating with. I'm not gonna say talking or anything like that, so I don't want to jinx nothing or go crazy, but I'm really lucky because so far I'm getting all that, and yeah, I couldn't really ask for more. But yeah, that's really all I have to say, what I have to kind of rant about and put my opinion on. Remember, this is my opinion, and I'm not telling you how to love. I'm just giving you guys an insight on my mind. This is kind of like, I was gonna do an about me video, but I feel like this shows more of my personality and more of my inside thought process. So yeah.
I'ma do it like I ain't been done. I'ma do it like I ain't been done.